Hello everyone, for this video here of a 10-minute explanation on how to do sampling and demonstrating how to do sampling. I have chosen to show you how to put overgrip on a tennis racket, which is the racket handle, the one that you hold. And it's important to have the overgrip on there because if you don't have a good overgrip or one that's not your right hand size, it's going to cause problems. If it's too small or too big or too slippery, if it's worn out, you'll drop your tennis racket, which you don't want to do. And then again, if it's too small, if you're holding something the size of a pen here for your tennis racket handle and your hand's on it, it's going to cause significant hand problems. Same would be if it's too big. If you're holding something the size of a duct tape wrap for your grip, this is also going to cause significant issues when trying to effectively swing your tennis racket. So to do this, we need to make sure that I have my tennis racket right here. Make sure that we use the proper grip size and the proper, you know, if it's sticky enough for the right grip. So this grip is probably pretty old here, so it's obviously pretty slippery, even though it's the right size. So the first step in regripping our tennis racket is we're going to want to take off the old grip, because to take it off, you gotta then put the new one on. So to do that, it's just pretty simple. Starting at the top here, working your way down to the bottom here. So as you can see, we've still got this tape that not necessarily is the really important, but I like to reuse it if I can, because why not save things and not waste them. So I'm just going to place this tape right down here, and if I can get it off my finger, there we go. Then now we need to get this old grip off right here. So to do that, we're just going to start up here, and it can just be wrapped around again. There we go, just kind of like this, pretty simple. As you can see, go off, go off, go off, there we go, just like that. And then it just kind of wraps around, kind of like, string on a reel, like fishing string on a fishing string, same kind of thing, on a much smaller, larger concept with this. It wraps around, and here we go. We're just going to take it off right here, and there we go. And there we go. Now we have a racket. This is the regular part of it. And a lot of people may ask, why do you need to even put a different grip on it? I mean, isn't this enough right here? You see, the thing is this is very slippery, and without having a proper overgrip on there with the right grip, it is going to cause a lot of problems. And now the reason why I say that is I've had from personal experience, if it's slippery, not big enough, you're going to swing, you're going to lose your racket, just like that. So as a result, I have my new grip down here that I just got right here. So we're just going to rewrap it here with the new grip that has more tack on it. It's a tacky grip. Tacky as in a way, I mean the more of the texture to it. It's more of a how do I say it? A stickiness in a way. And it's very important to have a tacky overgrip on there, because without a tacky overgrip, you're going to lose your racket again. So let's just start here. Right here, and it may take a few tries to get this, because it really depends. So I'm just going to have my racket right here, and I start up here, start working my way across now, and right here, I'm just going to place it right here, and then we're just going to wrap it here, right here, here, there we go, and the start of it right here. Doesn't matter, just holding it here as strong as we can. Here. And I think that this is very important in getting a strong base, because if you don't get it securely fastened to the butt of the tennis racket grip, you will have it fall off, which you don't want that either, obviously. And we're just going to go right here. Right here, just keep working our way around it here. As you can see, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get that. I forget my camera is only so low or high. So we're going to go here, get it around here. And as you can see, I'm just going to get it around one more time before I bring it closer to the camera to show. Just grip it here. You're just going to want to keep it nice and tight here. So right here. So I'm just going to hold it right here. As you can see, it's got a pretty tight base right here. All right here. And this also brings up a good point. A lot of people wonder, well, white shows dirtiness so well, so like sweat from your hands and all that, it's going to get dirty so easy. Why is that? And or why use a white grip? Why not just use a black grip or a different colored grip? Because white gets so dirty so easy. But if you look at all the pros, they use the white grips. And I wish they didn't, because as a result, they sell mostly white grips only, which get dirty very easy and need to be changed very often. However, that's an issue that maybe Roger Federer created, somebody who is on a much bigger tennis level than I am. So I'm not about to argue with his technique or mechanism or decisions for choosing what to do with tennis. Roger Federer, one of the greatest legends in our game, as well as Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, and many before them, all that have white overgrips on their racket. And interestingly enough, it really doesn't create that much of an issue if you're playing a lot of tennis and changing out your grip frequently. You're not going to have the issue of, oh my gosh, it's so dirty already, I need to change it. No, you're going to need to change it before it gets to the issue of, oh, it gets so dirty. It's more of it loses its tackiness so fast. So we're already almost to the end right here. But let's just make sure that it's done smooth enough. As you can see, all right here. It's pretty much the same amount of distance wrapped around each time between each one here. So you can see right here, just the same, roughly the same one. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect to a T, but it just has to be relatively good, relatively close. And depending on how long the tennis racket grip is, some grips, I mean, this grip is a normal length really here. As a rule of thumb, I just go, can my hand fit here? And yes, it can right here, as you can see. Some rackets, they even go down to here a little bit longer if you have wider hands, more or less. And some are smaller. So it really depends on how much you need to use for the grip. Some grips can last longer get further than others. This is Gamma, a more typically longer, a lot more to their overgrips. And I'm getting into the science of overgrips here, which we don't need to get into that in-depthly. So my apologies on that. But here we go. We're just going to wrap them all the way around here, right here. And we're just going to finish right up here, as you can see. So it's pretty simple. It takes some practice. Funny thing is, I'm on the college team here at University of Wisconsin Superior, the Yellow Jackets. I'm part of the men's team. And as simple as this is, I end up having to grip a lot of my teammates' rackets. Just because simply a lot of laziness more than anything, but a lot of it they don't know how to. And it's really simple, because I think you could do it now too. So just seeing this. So we're just going to wrap it around to finish it. This is just, it's called lead tape. It's kind of like electrical tape in a way. And it's just to make sure that the grip here stays at the end. So here we are right here. Let's keep going right here. And as you can see, here we are with a perfect Gamma grip regripped. So this is a new grip, so it's going to be more hold more tackiness to it. So as you can see, the electrical tape here, also known as the lead tape, which will hold it, and here. And even though it is something that you probably won't need to use ever, even if you do play tennis at a not competitive level, it's still just a good trait to know. And this was sufficient in fitting my 10-minute video mark rather than just showing you how to tie a shoe, because I think we can do that in about 20 seconds at most. So this is how you regrip a tennis racket. And yeah, thank you.